Well, the pro-family and pro-life movements have their roots in the Bible and also in the founding documents of our nation. Through the years, the traditional family and the right to life have both come under attack. Kelly Wright reports on how Americans supporting these movements are fighting back.
Americans supporting family values say they are fighting an ideological and even a spiritual war against forces seeking to destroy the traditional family. Their message is simply, families are the building blocks of a great nation, pointing to God's mandate to be fruitful and multiply. Vice President J.D. Vance echoed that during the recent March for Life.
I want more babies in the United States of America. I want more happy children in our country. And I want beautiful young men and women who are eager to welcome them into the world and eager to raise them.
Ashley Hayek agrees.
Yes, I have 5 children. I would say 6 might be my work, to be quite honest. And I'm a proud Marine wife, and I'm really grateful for my husband and all he does to support me. And, you know, I think what this says is that the left has really overplayed their hands. And when I was growing up, I was told that women should be able to shatter glass ceilings and have opportunities and have a seat at the table.
Hayek is executive director of America First Works, a pro-family organization that is grateful for President Trump standing with the movement.
We will work to offer a loving hand to new mothers and young families, and we will support adoption and foster care. We will protect women and vulnerable children.
Some leaders, however, are concerned about the future of their movement. It has some political challenges following the Supreme Court's reversal of Roe versus Wade. Tony Perkins, president of the Family Research Council, explains.
The pro-family, pro-life movement is, quite frankly, I think, trying to get its footing. All right, the Roe decision, the overturn of Roe, the Dobbs decision, you know, frankly, it's one of the things we prayed about, we worked for, but then when it came, wow, this happened. What happened is Donald Trump appointed pro-life justices, but, you know, we have to realize where the real authority comes from. It comes from heaven. And as that happened, we've seen since then the 2022 midterm elections, where actually we had 11 governors run on very strong pro-life platforms, and they won. Now, Congress, kind of getting their footing on the issue, not able to talk about it, didn't do as well as some thought. And as a result, Donald Trump moved away from that issue in the 2024 election.
Perkins believes in order to turn that around, more church leaders will need to stand on biblical authority in addressing the issue with political and cultural leaders, especially those taking critical roles within the Trump administration.
This is a different administration than it was in 2016. And I would be dishonest if I didn't say I have some reservations.
Putting families first is a top priority for pro-life and pro-family groups. The new playbook is to make America stronger and greater through a pro-family movement that empowers traditional families and encourages them to have more children. Delano Squires of the Heritage Foundation is focused on fighting that culture war on the unborn and traditional families. He believes that children conceived deserve to be born to mothers and fathers who will love and guide them throughout their lives.
We're talking about a movement that encourages men and women to come together in holy matrimony according to, you know, a traditional and so biblical definition of what marriage is, right? One man, one woman for one lifetime, committed to one another and all the children that they raise together. And with that definition, then we can go out into the marketplace of ideas and talk about what that means. Some of that may be adjustments to the tax code, and, you know, child tax credits. Some of that may be more flexible work hours for parents.
Now, it should be easier to raise a family, easier to find a good job, easier to build a home to raise that family in, easier to save up and purchase a good stroller, a crib for a nursery. We need a culture that celebrates life at all stages, one that recognizes and truly believes that the benchmark of national success is not our GDP number or our stock market, but whether people feel that they can raise thriving and healthy families in our country.
The proponents of the pro-life and pro-family movement say that life is precious and priceless. And they believe that life begins at the point of conception. And with that, they add that the founding of our nation, the greatness of our nation, does not rest in government leaders, but in the homes of its people. And because of that, they say that families must be stronger to build stronger children, stronger communities, and a greater nation. At the White House, Kelly Wright, CBN News.
The strength of every nation is measured by the strength of its families. Without the family unit, you don't have a future, but with it, you can have a very strong future. I've said for years that we need to have a culture that supports women and supports them in pregnancy so that women want to have children, that they view it as a tremendous blessing. And they know the people around them, the community, will come and support and help them in this and help them raise that child and have family and have community. For years, the pro-life movement has been focused on Roe versus Wade. Let's refocus and refocus on a culture that wants to help mothers.
We get it. Your life is crazy right now. You've got a lot going on. So who has time to change the world? Well, guess what? You do. When you become a CBN partner, you make an impact on lives all around the world. For just $20 a month, you help provide safe water, good food for hungry tummies, life-changing surgeries, and a helping hand to someone in need. You're helping to preach the gospel all across the globe. You're sharing the love of Jesus and building the kingdom of God right from your living room, or your car, or from work, or wherever you are. It's a big impact for just $20 a month. That's about the price of 4 lattes, or 3 if you're really fancy. It's easy to sign up. Just go to cbn.com or call us at 1-800-700-7000. Become a CBN partner today and start changing the world.